nice morning with some light snow around the region. As we head about today, we're looking at, of course, blustery winds with those wind chills going down into the single digits overnight.
This morning on DC News Now, a plane makes an emergency landing at Dulles Airport after an engine failure. Passengers' reaction to the scary moment. And a massive manhunt now over. A person of interest in the deadly shooting at a university in Rhode Island is now in custody. The latest on that investigation. And the Washington Commanders are without their starting QB once again as they face off against a division rival this afternoon.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. Thank you for waking up with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tosin Fakile. Your time, it is 8 o'clock. It is Sunday, December 14th, and it is the beginning of Hanukkah. How's your Hanukkah kicking off? Well, with some snow on the ground. Let's take a live look right now at one of our traffic cams. You can see the sides of the road covered in snow, but the roads look like they're in slightly better conditions, but it looks like cars are driving carefully. So, more snow, maybe? Let's ask Derek.
Oh, no, we're not going to be dealing with not too much more snow. We
Good
have,
answer.
We have a little bit of snow flurries here in Washington now. I'm sure the roads are going to be improving much more than they were coming into work this morning.
Yeah, they were a little slick coming in.
Everything from Hagerstown up until South Mountain going over into Frederick County, Maryland, everything was fine up until then. And then from there on, all the way into D.C., it was just very, very messy this morning.
The district wasn't so bad, at least coming from Montgomery County.
Not the worst I've seen, but not the best I've seen either.
But it's gone.
Yesterday's road conditions were just perfect outside. Today, things are shaping up a little bit better than they were earlier this morning, but you can still see we do have some wet roads. Maybe that wind will help dry them out a little bit as we head throughout the day. It doesn't look like too many folks are having too much problems out there, and some of that could just be road salt too. But all in all, you can see how the snowflakes just basically plastered themselves to all of the trees. This was one of those heavy, wet, compacting snows that just basically sticks just about everything. But that also played a role in our lack of snowfall amounts here in D.C. Looking at a temperature of 32 right now, north wind at around 21 miles per hour. Looking at, of course, that sun to set tonight at around 4:47 after seeing a sunrise at around 19 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour.
All right, Derek, thank you. 8:02, we begin with breaking news out of Rhode Island. An update in the shooting on Brown University's campus. Authorities say they now have a person of interest in custody. Investigators say that shooting killed at least 2 people and left 9 critically injured. The shooting happened during final exams in the university's engineering building yesterday. The chief of Providence Police, during a news conference this morning, says the person detained is in their 30s. Investigator Perez did not say where the suspect was arrested or if that person is connected to the university. Hundreds of police officers scoured Brown University campus and nearby neighborhoods. Final exams were canceled today. Providence leaders say there will be visible police presence on campus and around neighborhoods today to help keep people calm. And 2 more breaking news right now, this time out of Australia. Officials there say 2 gunmen are accused of shooting and killing 11 people and injuring 29 others. This was on a beach in Australia. Investigators say the people were at the beach celebrating Hanukkah, which starts today. Right now, officials say 1 gunman is dead, another is in custody. Back here at home, 2 people are hurt after a 3-car crash that involved one of those cars ending up in flames. This happened in Montgomery County by Briggs Cheney Road and Columbia Pike shortly after 6 p.m. First responders say one of the 3 cars overturned but was not occupied. Another car flipped over a nearby bridge and caught fire. Firefighters pulled a woman and a passenger out of the 3rd car. They were taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Investigators are now looking into what caused that crash. Washington County Health Department says several skunks tested positive for rabies. Officials say the skunks were on Cleveland Town Road, Greendale Drive, and Little Antietam Road. Anyone who may have had contact with the skunks should call the health department immediately. A scare in the skies at Dulles International Airport after an engine on a large passenger jet failed during takeoff. 275 passengers and 15 crew members landed safely yesterday afternoon. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says a piece of the engine cover separated, caught fire, and sparked a brush fire. Video into our newsroom you see there shows those moments and when crews dumped fuel before landing. DC News Now's Dave Laval reports on the flight that was bound for Tokyo.
United Airlines Flight 803 is jetting its way to Tokyo, Japan, as passengers and crew hope this trip is a lot smoother compared to the first time they took off from Dulles International Airport Saturday. Home video is said to have captured the flight as it dumped fuel over Dale City, Virginia. Standard operating procedure, according to industry consultant Kit Darby.
They would try to reduce that weight either down to the landing weight or as close as they could get to it in the time they had.
The jet returned to Dulles after United said the flight lost power in an engine shortly after it took off from the airport. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said a piece of the engine cover separated and caught fire.
May have been an uncontained failure, which are actually quite rare, 3 or 4 a year out of 30 or 40 million flights a year. So 1 in 10 million.
The airport authority says the engine cover that caught fire fell and sparked a brush fire near a runway. The incident came as we're about to enter one of the busiest travel periods of the year. Some passengers at the airport did not seem fazed by Saturday's developments.
With 4 wars and 7 conflicts and made it home, so I'm not going to be afraid of a little jet.
United Flight 803 carried 275 passengers and 15 crew members.
Plane performed normally, procedures were followed, and everybody landed safely.
Investigators are trying to find out what caused the engine to fail. At Dulles International Airport, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
And the Senate is set to take up a defense bill this week that sparked bipartisan outrage. The House passed the massive defense bill last week. Federal safety investigators blasting that legislation that would allow military helicopters to once again fly close to Reagan National Airport without broadcasting locations. NTSB warns it would undo key safety reforms put in place following January's mid-air collision that killed 67 people. Senators on both sides of the aisle are pushing for changes to that legislation. A judge's decision to move forward in a murder case against a Maryland mom has stirred up a lot of questions. Catherine Hoggle, who has a long history of mental illness, is accused of killing her 2 young children in 2014. A Georgetown University law professor says Hoggle case is interesting and complex. She explains competency in a court of law is a 2-pronged test. First, the accused has to understand court proceedings. Then they also have to be able to aid in their own defense. In Hoggle's competency hearing, the second prong was being disputed. A state-appointed psychiatrist found the 38-year-old incompetent. Forensic psychiatrist hired by Montgomery County State's Attorney's Office says she is competent. Experts say the prosecution seeking a second opinion is not uncommon, especially when trying to go to trial.
There's a lot of pressure in a murder case, and in a murder case involving children and involving a father who is actively engaged and demanding justice and accountability. I think that's tough for a judge.
Smith says she doesn't have enough information to make a determination on if Hoggle meets the criteria, but Hoggle's attorney argues the evidence doesn't go far enough to prove she's competent. 808, the Capitol Art and Craft Festival is going on this weekend at Dulles Expo Center. They say it's the largest indoor art festival in the region. But next fall, the festival will call a different site home. Here's my conversation with festival organizers. If you've spent the last few years in the DMV, you're most likely familiar with Capitol Art and Craft Festival. It kicked off Saturday, and this year's festival has 317 artists featuring handmade items from jewelry, painting, clothes, and woodwork.
This is the perfect time to come holiday shopping. Holidays around the corner, and there is so many unique items. Something for everybody, and we also have price points for everybody.
But the festival's 6-year run at Dulles Expo Center is coming to an end. The center is closing at the end of the year. Don't worry, it's not the last you'll see of the indoor festival.
It is bittersweet. This is family. Our artists are family. This is an end of an era here at the Dulles Expo Center. They will be closing at the end of this year, a couple weeks from now. And we will be going to a new expo center that's being created at the Dulles Town Center.
Organizers say the work to prepare the new building for the next indoor festival is already underway.
We have a lot of pre-work to do, how to lay out the floor plan, reaching out to the more community that's out in the new area that we will be in. The building itself is being built, refurbished right now. And so we've had a little bit of input on what would work with them. We're very excited about going there.
They say the new location will have more room and plenty of parking, and they'll start shows up again in the fall. You can check out Capitol Art and Craft Festival on Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. All right, well, it might as well have been the Super Bowl for some kids in D.C. when they got a visit from Commanders star quarterback Jaden Daniels. You see it right there. JD5 with Raising Cane donated 100 bikes and helmets to kids at the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Washington, D.C. Daniels says he loves putting a smile on the kids' faces.
I mean, it's something I always wanted to do, just go out there and really just get back and make an impact, you know, get this thing started and, you know, enjoy this time with the kids.
You know, putting some joy in their lives isn't new to Daniels. He hosted a similar giveaway in Maryland last year and donated to children in Baton Rouge while playing for Louisiana State. All right, let's check in with meteorologist Eric Bowen. What are we in for the rest of the day?
Blustery winds around the region. We may see a few breaks in the clouds like we're seeing in Hagerstown, but here in Washington and Capitol Hill, things are relatively overcast. We're looking at, of course, a few breaks in the clouds for today. Temperatures right now, well, they're as high as they're going to get as temperatures fall as we head throughout the rest of the day. And those wind chills will feel as if they were into the 20s and teens, and eventually overnight, they will feel as if they are into the single digits, if not below zero. Looking at, of course, the wind chill chart as we head into tonight, you can see a lot of areas, especially off towards the northwest, below zero.